Ow! Ow, ow, ow! Okay, this is Blue Moon, Full Moon, August 2021, take 2. Thomas Miller on a Sunday. This is a Sunday of penance. I messed Friday up so bad I had to come in here and straighten it out. You guys are so nice to me. Thomas, I think you somebody said, oh goodness. Okay, we're doing the full moon over today because it happens at 8:03 a.m. Eastern Time this morning. So you won't see it, at least not direct. That's one of my problems is it's been cloudy for like the last 2 weeks, these afternoon showers in the mountains, you know. So there hasn't been a night sky for a while, and Thomas has been in the bat cave and wouldn't have seen it anyway. I don't have a solarium yet in the house, you know. Got to go outside and just haven't done that. I wanted to talk about this, though, and I went to Live Science, the website livescience.com. I thought there would be some good information on the moon, and definitely. Okay, so this is obviously the second full moon that we've had in the month of August. So the moon and the sun are at 29 degrees in Leo, sun, and moon, Aquarius. Now, that's considered a blue moon, all right? So once in a blue moon. Well, why do they call it once in a blue moon? Because, and this is great, this was a very well-written article. If you just search up, if you want to see what I was reading, if you just search up full moon August 22nd, 2021, Live Science, you'll get it. Okay, so 2 full moons in the same month. The last one happened. Remember this? We were doing the podcast on it. Halloween last year, October 31st, the day after my birthday. And then, of course, we had one earlier in October. But she says that there's a lesser-known definition that goes all the way back to 1528, which perks my little antenna up because in 1518 was one of the Saturn-Pluto conjunctions in Capricorn. But this is not 2 moons in a month. This is 4 full moons in a season. So she goes on. Each season in general has 3 full moons. This summer's season, summer northern hemisphere, sorry guys down below the equator, but up here the season began June 20th, solstice, right? And then ends on September 22nd. And we will have 4 moons sandwiched into that window. June 24, July 23, today, August 22, and September 20th. And where did the once in a blue moon come from? Well, because they're uncommon. They only occur, blue moons, every 2 to 3 years. So it's rare. It's special. And this brings me to just a somber remembrance of somebody that I had connected with the blue moon. Oh, by the way, there's no blue to it. If it's blue in a picture, it's because somebody colored it. In fact, the one last October, if you remember, was red. You remember the color was red like Mars? But anyway, this past week, a singer that I used to follow closely back in the 90s made her transition, Nancy Griffith. And some of you may remember her as Nancy Griffith and the Blue Moon Orchestra. She was on David Letterman a lot back in the 90s and into the 2000s. Letterman recognized her talent, and boy, I used to play her music a lot back in the 90s. I just thought she was amazing. Well, she'd been under bad health for some time, and this coming up on the blue moon, she stepped off the planet, way too young, 68. And then just yesterday, the news came out that country and western singer, another guy that I grew up with, dating the old guy here, is Tom T. Hall, died in his home in Nashville last night. You know, I'm thinking back, too, while I'm just throwing all this out, my buddy Pete Combs, who I knew back when I was doing television, again in the 90s, kind of going back to this time frame. And he had stage 4 lung cancer. I mean, but he died on a full moon last December. So as we think of these folks that have used the moon to exit, well, full moons are a powerful energy. That's no secret. Astrologically, we have a kite inside this full moon. Saturn and Venus are happy together in a trine. That could bring some really interesting things into relationships. And then all of that is basically tied to the nodes of the moon, which makes it all karmic. I would say if you have any romantic sparks fly or flames kindle during this full moon, consider it chalking up to your karmic path. And on that note, if you are not in our Facebook group and you would like to come join us, we are doing every Sunday evening now for an indefinite period of time a healing convergence. We get together on Facebook Live for about 30 minutes or so and do a little meditation. And tonight I'm going to be talking about something related to our karmic path, related to this kite in the sky right now. It is kind of a mind blower. It really puts things in all kinds of perspective. I will have a podcast up for those of you not on Facebook. It will be on the Subconscious Mind Mastery podcast, and that will be released in the next couple of days. Thanks so much. Thanks for letting me come in here and straighten this out. Virgo season, we'll talk about that tomorrow because the sun moves into Virgo later today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.